up, YouTube? It's RSMario here, bringing you another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet video. This time with other assorted Nintendo stories to go along with it. Alright, so of course, we've got some pretty interesting news for you today. So of course, Pokemon dropped some information on an event that they're going to be having tomorrow. Possibly for the Sinistea stuff that people have been talking about for the last week or so. Riddler Khu dropped some more hints about what that event could be tomorrow, as well as some interesting news on the Nintendo side. Overall, we have an interesting face visiting Nintendo that could mean some pretty interesting things for the future of Nintendo Switch Online, as well as a big character steps down from their role at Nintendo. We're going to talk about that as well. So of course, if you want to continue getting videos like this from me, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button, and do all that stuff that YouTube requires you to do to continue getting videos from me. Follow me at twitter.com/rsmario128. Like that video tweet, share that video tweet, and I will shout you out during this section of the video. Not at the end. During this section, I shouted out somebody in the last video. Nobody's liked my video tweets since then, probably because I haven't sent out any video tweets. Hey, my bad. So if you like this video tweet, or if you share this video tweet, I will shout you out in this portion, the call to action portion of my intro. Alright, so let's get on to the news. Alright, so first up, we got the Super Mario news with Charles Martinet. He basically, it was announced this morning by Nintendo in a statement that he was stepping down as the voice of Mario. So basically, he's been the voice of Mario in all the games. Also, he was in the Mario movie, but he played, I think Mario's uncle or something. He did like a voice cameo in the movie, but you know, Mario was played by Chris Pratt in the movie. So the statement for Nintendo reads, Charles Martinet has been the original voice of Mario in Nintendo games for a long time, as far back as Super Mario 64. Charles is now moving into the brand new role of Mario Ambassador. With this transition, he will be stepping back from recording the character voices for our games, but he will continue to travel the world, sharing the joy of Mario and interacting with you all. It has been an honor working with Charles to help bring Mario to life for so many years, and we want to thank and celebrate him. Please keep an eye out for a special video from Shigeru Miyamoto and Charles himself, which we will post at a future date. So possibly on Nintendo Direct, or maybe even some kind of like Nintendo Live, like online presentation or stream, because you know Nintendo Live is coming up. You know, that's a thing that's coming. So of course, Charles actually posted on his Twitter. He said, "A new adventure begins. You are all number one in my heart." So what's going on here? More than likely, they're probably just moving on to a different voice actor. Maybe somebody that, you know, sounds closer to Chris Pratt. You know, maybe Mario will be talking more. You know what I'm saying? And they wanted to kind of align things a little bit more with the movie. I seriously doubt that Chris Pratt himself will be voicing Mario in the games, but we've seen stranger things happen. Like, remember, Hideo Kojima replaced the voice of Solid Snake with freaking, what was it? The dude from 24. So, weirder things have happened. Alright, and in other Nintendo news, we have Larry Hrybe visiting Nintendo. Now, who is Larry Hrybe? Well, if you don't know, you know, your Xbox deep lore, Larry Hrybe is Major Nelson. Okay, so he is the guy behind a lot of what we see nowadays in Xbox Live. So, you know, he was the guy working at Microsoft that was helping them flesh out Xbox Live into probably one of the best online infrastructures in gaming right now. And he visited Nintendo. Why he visited Nintendo? We don't really know. It's a good question. You know what I'm saying? Now, more than likely, it was, you know, it could have been just like some kind of business visit, or they could be bringing him in to help do to Nintendo Switch Online what he did for Xbox Live, which would be massive. Okay, because I mean, Xbox Live is probably one of the best online ecosystems out there as far as like online play and just as far as your online with your console. So that could be interesting. That could be really interesting. Of course, this could also kind of tie into some of the other stuff we've heard about Nintendo trying to improve Nintendo Switch Online for the eventual next Nintendo Switch system, which we will get more on a little bit later. All right, now on to the reason why you've all come here today, the Pokemon news. So, Pokemon Company posted this morning. It says, we invite you to gather around on August 22nd for a haunting tale about a Pokemon from the land of Kitakami. So basically, and it shows like a bunch of people kind of like sitting around what looks like an ancient Japanese version of a drive-in movie. I guess a walk-in movie at this point. Honestly, I love the ancient Japanese aesthetic, like the Hisuian Kitakami aesthetic with Pokemon. I don't know why. I just think it's freaking sick. So it could just be the weeb in me. Maybe that could be what it is. It's just, oh, he's a freaking weeb. You know what I'm saying? But I dig the aesthetic though. You know what I'm saying? So of course, a lot of people are speculating that what we're going to get tomorrow is Sinistea, or a Sinistea form, or a new Sinistea version, like a regional fake. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it's a regional form, but I pretty much, Riddler Khu has pretty much stated it's probably going to be a regional fake, which is basically a convergent evolution of Sinistea, that's based on matcha tea and not, regular European black tea. You know what I'm saying? So, now the fact that they're saying haunting tale could actually hint at something that we're going to talk about in a little minute. All right, so the next one we have here, we have Riddler Khu. He said, which beverage regional fake do you want to see in future games? Coffee, baijiu, which is like a clear Chinese liquor, juice, or do you think that is just some lazy redesign that should have been a regional form? So basically, he's saying, like, what would you like to see in the future games? I answered him and saying I want to see a mead Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? Now, I do use Twitter, of course. I pump my Twitter all the time because I post video links on my Twitter. So, if you don't get notified in the algorithm, you will know I posted a video if you follow me on Twitter. And I do use Twitter for other stuff too. I don't just spam on my Twitter. But yeah, definitely a mead-based Pokemon would be pretty cool because mead is a honey-based alcoholic beverage, you know what I'm saying? And of course you can connect it to Combi in some way, you know what I'm saying? Which would be kind of cool. I mean, I'll be honest, it would be kind of cool. All right, and of course the last Riddler Khu tweet we have here is, he says, choose 2 from these 4 options: water, grass, ghost, and fairy. So a lot of people are saying this is a reference again to the Sinistea form or Sinistea thing that we're gonna get tomorrow, and a lot of people are saying that it's grass fairy. You know what I'm saying? Because Jan came in and said, calling it now grass fairy because of the Calcium, the Chinese. Good lord, that was terrible. That was freaking terrible. The Chinese hint that he dropped last year, and so then Q said I was planting a seed that time. Now, I'm not sure like that DLC stuff was already in motion last year, because remember, this is 11 months ago. That would be like some real long game stuff, even for Riddler Khu, you know what I'm saying? But it's possible that this Pokemon was a Pokemon they had for the main game, but it didn't make it, so they put it in DLC instead. You know what I'm saying? That's possible. I mean, we only got 2 regional fakes in the entire main game. So maybe some of the regional fakes and stuff that we get in the DLC was stuff that they just didn't have time to put in the main game. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's what this was. Personally, I don't think that's the case. And the reason why I don't think it's going to be fairy grass is because of what Pokemon said, the haunting tale of a Pokemon from Kitakami pretty much references that it's gonna be a ghost. And I can definitely see it being grass ghost or maybe even ghost fairy, seeing as though most food Pokemon tend to be fairy type. But I'm gonna go with grass ghost. I think they're gonna keep it a ghost type. You know what I'm saying? Just make it grass because matcha tea is green, and you know what I'm saying? You know, but yeah, that's my call, grass ghost. I think that would be pretty cool. I can't think of a lot of grass ghost Pokemon off the top of my head. I don't think that's one of those type combos where we've never seen one, but I don't think we have very many. So that would be a pretty cool type combo. I mean, it's got a lot of weaknesses, but I think that would be a pretty cool type combo. Speaking of pretty cool, there was this possible quote-unquote leak of the Pokemon that popped up. Now, I haven't done a fake leak theater in a long time because, man, a lot of the fake leaks have been kind of garbo lately. So nothing really kind of spurred my interest to do a whole fake leak theater on it. But this one looks pretty cool, though. It's called Pulungeis, and it's in Italian, you know what I'm saying? So I can't really read it. My name is Mario, but I know nothing about Italy. I don't know about Italian. But it looks pretty cool though. I did Google the typing. They do say that it's a grass fairy. Herba is grass, and Folletto is roughly translates to fairy. So they're saying it's grass fairy type. I think this is cool, but I'm thinking it's gonna be grass ghost. Alright, so that's about it for this one. Tell me what you think down in the comments down below. Do you think that we're getting the Sinistea form or regional fake? Do you think it's a regional fake or do you think it's a regional form? Tell me what you think down in the comments down below. What kind of beverage-based Pokemon would you like to see in the future? I mean, I can see some interesting ones like the mead one, maybe a beer Pokemon. If like say if they do something with Generation 5, you know, America's big on beer except for Bud Light. So tell me what you think down in the comments down below. What beverage Pokemon would you want to see? And stay tuned. I'm gonna try to get one more video out here for you because I wanted to talk about some Super Nintendo Switch stuff that dropped, but I didn't want to make the video too long, so I kind of cut it in half. So I'm gonna try to get one more video out for you. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, people, keep it real.